So we have here today CJ. I'm interviewing him about organ transplants. Of course, my original project could not do because my dog, he's very healthy right now, not sick at all, so that's a good thing. So we're going to interview CJ about organ transplant. So CJ, how do you feel about organ transplants?
I'm highly in favor of it because if something can save another life, I do appreciate that being available as a science. However, I've also seen that there is exploitation of that science as well, and for that reason, I'll never voluntarily put the information onto my identity that I will donate any organs, simply because I don't want to wake up in an ice bath one day with stitches, you know?
Oh, I feel you. So, how do you, since you have that discrepancy, they say that there are, they make people sign a waiver now for organ transplants in the hospital. Their guardians or parents, whoever, sign the waiver. Then they're saying once they sign the waiver, they cannot rescind the signing. Do you think that that's cool or not?
I do understand the purpose for it, because if you're in the hospital and you're so sick that you require an organ transplant, obviously you're not in good shape, okay? So the fact that an organ becomes available and, you know, they want to put it in you to make you well, that's great. But I do know that there's always inherent risk, you know, with any surgery, you know, and there's always something that can go wrong, you know. Whether or not that's the doctor's fault, you know, who knows? But, you know, what were your chances if you didn't receive the organ in the first place, you know? So for that reason, if I'm laying or need an organ, I'm going to sign whatever I need to sign to get that organ put inside of me.
Sweet. So, what if you were to give up an organ or organs, what organs would you give up?
Ooh, that's a tough one. From what I hear, I would give up half of the liver because it's one of the organs that can replenish itself. It can regrow.
Didn't know that. I didn't know that.
You know, I could resume drinking, you know, at a reasonable date. I'd be afraid to give up any others, you know, simply for the fact that I'm relatively, you know, healthy and athletic. You know, I wouldn't want to give up a lung because then I could only breathe half as well, you know, and I don't want to be a half breather, you know.
Right. So, okay. So, say you pass away. Would you want your parents or guardian to give up any organs? Would you, like, write it down in a little will, saying that you already said you wouldn't put it on the back of your license?
Right. I would actually have that entrusted to my mother, you know, should I, you know, not outlive her.
Right.
Let's say my mother passed away first, then it is probably something that I would have put like into like some sort of private trust or something, you know what I mean, to let that be known on the event of my death, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, you know, I wouldn't definitely publicize it that, you know, hey, if this guy goes, you know, a heart's available, lungs, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not going to be open meat market like that.
All right. Well, I thank you, CJ, for your answers, and good looking, and I like your opinions. I'm pretty much the same way. I'm not just going to be slapping my stuff on the back of an ID talking about you can have this, because like you said, you may not even be dead, and the next thing you know, you wake up in an ice bath.
I'm a universal donor. I got type O, you know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you're needed. Right. So all right, good looking out. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.